Hello everyone. I wanted to say I'm audible, but I think that moment is gone. I think thank you Manish, Shirish and Deepak to giving a great segue of what I'm going to talk about now, which is unlocking the potential of generative AI. And I think it's a wonderful day. I think you guys had your coffee. I think you're feeling a little bit good about yourself. I think it's wonderful that we are all out of office, smack in the middle of Wednesday and spending time at AdTech. And I want to make sure that from my side, I make it worth your time. My name is Reena Mishra, and I have been with Microsoft Advertising for 5 years plus. And goodness me, there has never been a more wonderful time to be a part of this industry. As we see the generative AI unlock itself, I feel fortunate. I think many people in this room, I think, equally feel fortunate that we will see this animal kind of unfold itself. And before I basically talk a little bit about, go on talking about the potential of generative AI, I just want to set a little context of where we are at so that we understand where we are going from here. So, uh, before I start, I just want to have a raise of hand of how many people in this room think that advertising in Microsoft is just search or Bing. Well, I see only a couple of them. Well, it's good to know that, but I'm happy to tell you that today our offering, stretches far beyond search. We have advanced audience targeting, we have retail media acceleration, and we have global programmatic advertising marketplace. And with that, Microsoft actually becomes one of the world's largest end-to-end marketplace. And in this newly transformative avatar that we have, now you can reach your consumer at multiple touch points, whether you are, whether this consumer is actually just searching on Bing, whether they are on browser, whether they are on LinkedIn, or they're just simply playing a solitaire on Microsoft casual games. So now you have the ability to work with this one partner, that's Microsoft, who now has a multi-format end-to-end stack with native, display, video, CTV, retail, and search. And now you can basically reach all these users at one place. So that essentially was the context. Apart from that, you also get access to some of the exclusive inventories like the Netflix that we have partnership with, that's exclusive. And then we also work with some 1500 plus premium publishers that you also kind of get scaled inventory access to. So for us, it actually started with Windows. We have a massive market share of 1.4 billion devices, and that Windows becomes basically, it's a flywheel. It kind of, gives us the a channel where it all begins. If somebody is coming with us and engaging on Windows, they're also getting chance to kind of, experience Bing and the other Microsoft properties like Outlook, Microsoft Start, and all the entire line of products that we have. Now, if you look at the value of the audience, this audience is 15% more likely to spend online, and plus there are millions that you actually are not reaching anywhere. And that was my context. Now I will tell you why Microsoft Advertising is paving the new era in advertising. I think in this room we all can agree that this is a very transformative moment, not just for Microsoft, not just for industry, but for the entire world. I think somebody even pegged this to be even bigger than the internet revolution and the industrial revolution put together. Now think about that for a minute. Of course, I don't have a minute, but I'm just saying you get the drift. I mean, it's enormous. The opportunities in near term and long term is absolutely enormous. And with Microsoft Advertising, your future is covered. Now, AI as a tech has an immense ability to basically, transform our daily lives, give us, take us away from the mundane things that we do, give us time for to be more creative and augment our creativity in multiple ways. I'm just going to drink something because my throat's dry. Some stage pressure. So this example that you see of the elephant that's created, this was essentially created just by one prompt given in Copilot in Bing, and this is what kind of transpired in less than a minute. I didn't paint this. There's nobody like a person who painted this. This is completely created by the machine. So this is one example of how you can be creative, and this can be kind of taken to every other span of your work, which basically means that we can safely say that AI is the ultimate multiplier of skills. And why we are talking about this today? We're talking about this today because we all understand the goal of technology today is basically us to release us and make our lives better in some ways. But in fact, what has happened today is that in this ever-connected work from anywhere on-the-go era, I think the pace of work is outpacing our ability to keep up with it. I think a lot of people in this room can relate to that. I think we have been overwhelmed. We feel that pressure. So this is basically the Microsoft research, which says that 78% of people say they struggle having the time and energy to do their jobs. 4 in 5 would delegate as much work as possible to AI, and 90% leaders in India highlight the need to upskill in AI. And this number is in fact higher for the Indian audience versus the global average. And this is essentially the digital debt. So what's basically happening is that because of this digital debt, our leaders feel that this is kind of, there is a lack of innovation in this area. We at Microsoft feel that AI is a new electricity. This is that invaluable resource that's essentially going to basically get work done for us. And this is not just talk. I'm going to talk about, there are multiple use cases, but I'm just going to talk about a couple of them. So the first one essentially is from the James Thomas team. He's a creative head at the Dentsu. And this is his team using Copilot for creative ideation and development. And you will see that a work that could be done maybe in a matter of months, maybe just takes days now.
One of the biggest challenges today for clients and marketers is they've got to create more content than ever on an ever-growing number of channels. Copilot is really revolutionizing our creative workflow. Typically with a client, we would come up with ideas and we'd go away, and maybe days, weeks, even months later, we come back with creative visualizations. With Copilot, we can actually do that while we're in the room with the client. Copilot is how to plug it into our own custom applications called Digital Interact. We have literally hundreds of thousands of assets. We can now search with more natural language, all within Teams, right in the heart of our workflow.
Now for this specific one, I just want to give a shout out to all the trading and the planning team, whoever is here. I'm telling you, you'll have tears of joy when you look at this video. This lets you be in a driver's seat and let you optimize your time. And I'll just let run the video.
Copilot in the Microsoft advertising platform is like having a smart assistant who knows everything about advertising. Whether you need help with campaign creation, content recommendations, or optimizing your campaign, just tell Copilot in the Microsoft advertising platform what you want to do, and it will show you how to do it in real time. Now you don't have to spend hours creating content for your campaigns. Copilot in the Microsoft advertising platform can generate content for you automatically and collaborate with you to create unique and distinctive campaign assets that best reflect your brand and offerings. You can create personalized ads that match your audience and goals within minutes. Plus, you'll get the support you need to manage your advertising experience and investment effectively. You have the vision, and Copilot in the Microsoft advertising platform is here to help you achieve it.
There are many cases, but this is one last one I'm kind of telling you about. This is about basically teams. I think a lot of people use that, and this is about productivity. There must be many instances that you are supposed to be in 2 very important meetings at the same time, but then you have a conflict. Now, because we have the technology, you often would think that, okay, I'm just going to record this and just go back and kind of view it later. But how many times we really actually go back and view those videos? So in fact, let's just see how the Copilot in Teams helps you deal with that.
Here, you've been invited to a meeting that conflicts with another meeting you're already attending. Clearly, you can only attend one. From the meeting invite, you can choose to RSVP with follow. Switching over to your calendar, you can see that you're now following this meeting. Once the meeting starts on Teams, the organizer will receive a notification to record the meeting because someone is following it. Now, after the meeting is done and the recording is ready, Copilot will notify you that the meeting recap is ready for you to review. You can then ask Copilot some questions about the meeting, like, summarize this meeting, or, are there any action items for me? That way you can stay on top of things as if you were present during the meeting.
So this is not just talk. I mean, there are already like numbers kind of coming in. We can see that this is a real experience. 70% of Copilot users said that they feel more productive. 68% said it improved the quality of their work, and 3 in 5 said it made them more creative. So I believe, I mean, if people are listening, I think this is something Copilot is here. It's basically going to really help us optimize our work life and even beyond. And I believe we are at the intersection of opportunities and responsibility. Digital world is changing really fast, and we have been hearing people talk about that already. And with Microsoft, I think we are here to help, and we are no longer in that point where AI is an option. You have to make AI a strategic priority.
Good morning.
Watch me.
Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now.
Thank you, everyone. My time is up. We have a huge team here. I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Please find us, and we'd love to kind of talk to you guys. And we have a lot of people here. We'd love to kind of talk to you guys more about it. Thank you, everybody.